There's only so much one woman can take.
Lauren, do you love me?
Hey guys, it's Lauren for Lauren Loves It, and I wanted you to meet my puppy. This is Bailey, and she is a Pitbull Puppy Rescue, and she loves movies and squirming. And anyway, so today we're gonna talk about widows. So if you're looking for an intense, suspenseful movie with good action scenes, let me tell you, Widows will provide. Viola Davis does what she does best and settles into her character so well. She plays Veronica, who is the widow of Liam Neeson, and she truly carries this film. So yeah, Liam and his crew of heistmen are on a job and they get murdered. And unfortunately, they leave their wives with nothing. The wives are played by, of course, Viola Davis, Michelle Rodriguez, who we see in a role where she's vulnerable and she does it so well. I actually didn't think she could do this. She could pull it off because we're so used to seeing her, you know, as a badass chick, you know, not this, you know, vulnerable mom just trying to make it in the hood. Like, we're not used to seeing her like that. Elizabeth Debicki also is someone who I wasn't expecting to do so well, and I was surprised. She did a great job. We see her as like the pretty girl, but she is raw and it's a gritty character for her. And honestly, she has the biggest character arc because we see her starting off as this, like, you know, abused young woman, and through the, you know, empowerment of the other widows, she finds self-love. So in the trailer, we kind of get the gist of what's going on in this film. Liam Neeson and his crew all die, and unfortunately they owe $2 million to Brian Tyree Henry's character, who is a gangster but a politician, or trying to get into the political world, who is also going against the incumbent for like a Congress, I think, or something like that. And the person who he's going against is played by Colin Farrell, which Colin is in there, but he's not, like, you know, his role is kind of forgettable. So Brian Tyree Henry comes to visit Viola Davis after her husband is dead, threatens her and her little puppy, and it makes me very sad, but I won't give you any more spoilers than that, except for Viola owes him money, $2 million, because her husband stole it and it burnt up in a fire. So she owes it to him. So what does she do? She finds the other widows and they start planning to do a job. What job, you ask? Well, Liam Neeson did leave her with something. He left her with a notebook with the plans to his next job. And so these women are gonna try and pull it off. Okay, so Daniel Kaluuya, we know him from Get Out, really nice guy in Get Out. We know him from Black Panther, not that bad of a guy, but he plays the villain of all villains in this movie. It was so bad that I actually cringed. I guess that's kind of good. I mean, if he's a villain and I cringed, but I really didn't like him. I hated him. So good job for being really, really, really mean and evil and wicked and just like the scum between people's toes. Great range. What I like about this movie is the fact that we think it's gonna be this like action-packed movie from the trailer, but really it's the story and the leading up to and the planning of the heist that is the most intense and the most suspenseful. Steve McQueen is the director of this, and he's the same guy who did 12 Years a Slave, and he did the same thing in Widows that he did in 12 Years, which is gives us these like pauses that last a little bit longer than they probably should, but the acting is done so well and like the cinematography is done so well that it really adds to the suspense. And this movie had me from the very, very first millisecond. Now, movies like Widows, I knew that there would be a plot twist, of course, but I did not predict the plot twist, which is always good. It's good when you know it's coming, but you don't know what's gonna happen, and it was really good. My girl Jessie Malton, shout out to you, she figured it out, but her dad is Leonard Malton, so she kind of gets a pass. She's been watching movies since she was like in the womb. Overall, I just love the story of these amazing women who come together because of, unfortunately, the lives that their husbands chose, but they come together and they pull this amazing plan off. And it's just like, I don't want to give you any real spoilers, but just the fact that there's, you know, it's a story about women empowering each other and being strong and not taking no for an answer and not being scared and not, you know, all of those things that we try and tell our youth to do and tell these young girls and show them how powerful they are. This movie kind of does it. I mean, yeah, they're kind of breaking the law, but it's still a movie. So I give Widows 4.5 out of 5 hearts. Lauren loves it. So what did you think of Widows? Was it a fairy tale marriage or irreconcilable differences? Let me know in the comments below. And of course, always share, subscribe, and keep coming back to Lauren Loves It. I'll see you next time.